All right. Good evening, everybody. My name is Josh Decker. I had to think about that for a second. Glad that you could be here to join us. Don't worry, you're not going to have to look at this mug all evening as we go through the class, but just wanted to come on and say hi and let you see a little bit of the environment that I get to work from every day. Love doing this. And tonight, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about some of the products that Young Living has that are outside of the premium starter kit that most of you have gotten at this point, and can really impact um, uh, your experience with Young Living as well as your wellness, purpose, and abundance. So sit back. We're going to go for about an hour tonight and just look at a little bit over 20 or so different products. So sit back and we'll go ahead and get started here. So Young Living. Oops, there we go. All right, here we go. So Young Living, in case you didn't know, has a little bit over about 300 products the last time I looked into it. And this can be a little bit overwhelming, especially as I've talked with many of you, and we've had conversations about, well, gosh, how do you know what oils it is that you're going to use and how to use them? And there is a little bit of learning. And so let me just focus for a minute on the idea that there is no need to feel overwhelmed. All of us are on a journey of health. All of us are on a journey with these oils and with Young Living. And, you know, each of us are in a different spot. And some of us may use one oil a day. Others, you know, may use 50 or 100 oils a day and other products, just depending on where we are and how we have found that these fit into our lives. And so what I'd like to do tonight is talk about some of the oils and products that are some of the favorites among people in Young Living that you may or may not have heard of. You've probably heard me talk about most of these from time to time. But the other thing I wanted to focus on is some of the products that actually I've not even used yet because we've just not had a need for them in our home, or we didn't know that we had a need for them. But where these products come from, just so you know, are not just our favorite products here in this household, but this was a study that was done of a little bit over 1,000 independent distributors, people who are using Young Living oils. And they looked and said, well, what are the favorite products that Young Living has to offer? And so that's where this comes from, the products we're going to be talking about tonight. So I do hope that you enjoy this. Again, don't feel overwhelmed. Feel free to take notes. This will be available on replay for everybody who had registered. But the thing I'd like to make sure that you know is that if there is one oil that stands out to you today, or if there's one supplement or product that stands out that you go, oh my gosh, I got to get my hands on that, you know, make sure to do that. Don't put it off. Don't put it off and say, you know, gosh, I'm going to get it, you know, later on. Make sure you place an order this month and get that product, because if you're attracted to a product or what it could potentially do for you, it can absolutely make big changes in your life. We in my house now have well over 50 different oils plus supplements that we use, and other non-supplement and non-oil products such as cleaners and shampoos and toothpaste and soaps and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And what I have found is that more and more as we use this stuff in our home, the better our lives become. Not because the oil is magic in any way, but we're getting healthier. We are supporting our systems in ways that we need to, but also we're not adding the junk to our bodies that so many of us have in the past. And so it's just all around a really good thing. So so sit back, relax. The chat is open on the webinars on air interface there. So on the left hand side, you'll see a little button where you can chat. Feel free to chat in any questions that you might have. Would love to engage with you as we go through this. All right, so let's get into this. So the first one we're going to talk about is actually the first excuse me, I'm having a hard time with it's talking tonight. This doesn't happen to me very often. So the first one we're going to talk about tonight is the favorite essential oil singles. So we're going to look at singles, we're going to look at a blend, and the favorites there. We're going to look at dietary supplements. We'll look at roll-ons. We'll look at massage oils, skin product, and some cleaning products as well. So just to give you an idea of what's coming up. So cedarwood is one of the favorite essential oil singles around Young Living. Now, in our home, this is a very favorite product, but not for the same reasons that are listed here. So for us, we got cedarwood, gosh, probably 4 months ago now. And actually, I was the one who started using it first to help me sleep a little bit better. Actually, I was having a hard time sleeping. I heard that cedarwood was really good for that, and so I started using it. And oh my gosh, the first night I used it, I got the best sleep I had had in quite a long time. And after I started using it, we said, maybe we should start putting this on our kids. And now cedarwood is a staple in our home as part of our bedtime routine with our kids. So there's 2 or 3 different oils that we'll put on our kids every night. Cedarwood is one. Beyond just cedarwood and being relaxing as you go to bed, definitely it can help kind of wind you down after a stressful day. But it also helps support healthy looking hair, which I didn't know until actually I started preparing for this presentation. So there's a lot of uses for cedarwood. Outside of the cedarwood as being the essential oil favorite, the single, there were also several that were runners up, of which I've used 2 of the 3. So orange I have been using for a long time, as well as my family. It is a great oil. You can cook with it. There's an orange vitality. You can take it in water. You can put it on topically. You can obviously diffuse it. So there's a lot of uses for it. What we've used orange for in our home is as an uplifting and inspiring kind of oil. You do want to be careful with orange. It is a photosensitive oil, as are all of these citrus oils, but it is very nice. You put it on your hands, you smell it, it just smells amazing. I personally put it on my chest, just underneath my collar line. That way it's covered most of the time, but that's where I put it. I use that just about every day. Another one is tea tree oil. Tea tree oil has so many uses. This is also known as the proper name, which is Melaleuca. I can't even pronounce the second part of that. It's Melaleuca, and that's how it's also commonly known as. So this is really commonly used to help with healthy looking skin. You can also use it for a number of things. Personally, I use it with lavender and a little bit of a blend that I've made to help open up my sinuses, this kind of time of year. And then you have the Northern Lights Black Spruce was another favorite one. Now, I've not personally had the pleasure of being able to use this one. It is one that goes out of stock. It's hard to keep this one in stock. It's grown in Canada, and it is a phenomenal oil is what I've heard. Part of what this one is used for, and I actually would like to start using it now because of this, is it can improve the appearance of dry skin. So I personally have had dry skin my entire life. I've found some things from Young Living that have helped with that, but this is one of those things that's supposed to help support healthy looking skin and help it not be so dry. So if you deal with dry skin, definitely would recommend that. Of course, there are other things that it can be used for, but that is one of the things that really stands out. Okay, let's look at the next one. Okay, so the favorite blend is Joy, and boy, do I personally love Joy. We got this when we joined. This was actually part of the starter kit. It is no longer in the starter kit, but we started using just because it kind of smelled good. It is just an uplifting oil that really kind of brings joy to your life, if you will. I've known some people who were going through a tough time very recently, in fact, and we started diffusing Joy for them, and man, just very quickly their whole demeanor started changing, and it was amazing what happened. Joy is one of those oils that I have not found a person yet that didn't like the smell of it. So it's a very, very pleasing oil, very fun oil to have. The other thing that Joy is it can also inspire romance and bliss. So be careful how you use it, I suppose. But it is very uplifting, and it does absolutely encourage a positive attitude. The next one, so the runners up for the blend, there's Progessence Plus Serum. So I just got that for my wife, and there's a number of things that Progessence Plus serum is good for. First, it encourages the appearance of beauty with healthy looking skin, and it's designed very specifically for women and really is a necessity for all women over 30. Now, I'm not allowed to talk about some of what it can do from or what some people have used it for, rather, from another health perspective. But what I would encourage you to do is, if you have a reference guide, look it up and take a look and see what other people have used it for. For women, especially women over 30, we know what happens at that point in life with some of the changes that start happening. Progessence Plus serum is an absolute must for you, and just supporting your bodies as you go through some of those later life changes. The next one is EndoFlex. Again, EndoFlex is one I've not had the pleasure of using yet. What EndoFlex does is it supports the endocrine system and supports overall vitality. So we've all talked to people who've had issues with hormones and having hormones out of balance, whether it's women or men or whoever it is, and EndoFlex really helps support that and provide balance to the endocrine system. So this one is good for both men and women. The Progessence Plus, I would leave that for the women. Guys, just so you know, but it is a good the EndoFlex is good for everybody. And then Abundance. Abundance I've just started using myself. What this does, according to Young Living, is it attracts prosperity and magnifies joys and peace in your life. What I can tell you is I've started using it. I was recently reading a book by Deborah Rayburn, who's one of the Royal Crown Diamonds here in Young Living. And one of the book she wrote, she was telling a little bit of a story. Somebody had asked her, how she achieved diamond, and she looked at the person and said, "Do you really want to know?" And they said, "Yes." And she says, "Well, here's what I did. Every day I put 2 drops of abundance on my wrist, and I thanked God for the abundance that he had provided and was going to continue to provide so that she could bless others. And then she would also put 2 drops of gathering on her chest. And as she was rubbing that in, she would ask God to just bring the people to her that he would like to bless into her Young Living family that day." And so being Kim and I are aiming for diamond and beyond, I said, hey, this is a lesson that I can learn. And I started using both abundance and gathering. And I can tell you, just even from what it has done for my state of mind, and I don't know that abundance, the oil on its own did this. It definitely is something that works with your entire mind, as is being present, being mindful of things. This just kind of helps bring all of that to light, or bring that into focus. And so for me, using abundance every day, part of it is just that moment where I pause and I'm just really mindful of what God has provided to us. I'm thankful for it, and just really setting my mind straight. So definitely enjoy that. It does have a little bit more of a woodsy sort of smell. It's not as pretty as Joy is, so just expect that if you use it, okay? But it is a really, really nice oil. So the next one we're going to talk about is roll-ons. Deep Relief is probably one of the most popular oils that Young Living provides. And part of why I say that is because there's actually a limit. You can only order 1 bottle of Deep Relief a month per account. So you can order one every single month, and there's a lot of people who do, but you can't order 2 or 3 at a time. So if you need some support with your muscles, with your neck, your shoulders, just kind of helping that relax and get comfortable. I've got to be careful of what I say because this is not a medicine. Then make sure you order this one. Keep some on hand. I've used it recently on a number of people that I've known, including my wife, who just needed to have that little bit of support for their muscles and for their bodies to help it relax, because not that stress on its own. It's really hard to talk about some of this sometimes in a very compliant way. Just helping those muscles relax, and you know what I mean. Yeah, you know what I mean. So we'll move on. For the runners up, there's Tranquil. I've not had the pleasure of using Tranquil yet. Definitely would like to. Tranquil is a relaxing oil, and it encourages, based on its name, a sense of tranquility in your life. And so, if again you feel chaotic, if you feel like, gosh, your world is just kind of a mess, Tranquil is a great oil to use for that. Breathe Again. I can speak from experience in this one. Breathe Again supports a healthy respiratory system, and it works amazingly. So if breathing is something you enjoy, which most of us do, and if your respiratory system could use a little TLC, Breathe Again is a great oil for that. And then you have Stress Away. I think Stress Away, again, haven't found a single person who has said, oh my gosh, I don't like Stress Away. There's been some people who've said, I really didn't care for the smell of it. It was a little bit kind of interesting, but they like the effects of it. And Stress Away, based on its name, helps you to relax and get a little bit more comfortable, especially, after a stressful day at work or with the kids or wherever. A friend of mine actually got some Stress Away with her starter kit, and after she used it, she actually ran out because she was using it. And after she ran out, both her kids and her husband were like, "You got to get some more of that," and because they just saw the difference in her when she was using it. So it definitely can help. And again, part of this is being mindful. It's being conscious of what's going on and deciding that we're going to do something about what's going on in our bodies, and not just settling for what may be okay right now. So Stress Away is a really good one. So those are the roll-ons that are really, really popular. Massage oils. So some of these massage oils, actually most of these, I have not had a chance to use. Personally, I feel like I'm brand new into Young Living. My wife and I have been members for 2 years. I really have gotten into being focused on Young Living and learning about it and experimenting with oils and stuff really in the last probably 4 or 5 months. So I've not used a lot of the massage oils. Cellulite Magic was the most popular massage oil according to this little poll that was done. So what Cellulite Magic does is it nourishes the skin and it improves its appearance and helps cleanse. So it's a really good oil just to help your skin, to give your skin a little TLC. And obviously we know that our skin is our biggest organ in our body. And if you didn't know that, well, now you do. So your skin is your biggest organ in your body. And it's good to give your skin a little TLC, especially because it's not a protected organ. It's out there taking the brunt of the world on. Right. And so providing a little bit of TLC for your skin is really important. And then the runners up, OrthoSport and OrthoEase go hand in hand, I think. So OrthoSport is a really good massage oil with wintergreen and peppermint, thyme and oregano, all of which are very relaxing to tired and sore muscles. So a lot of people will keep this around for when they get done exercising. They'll rub some of this on. That's really, really good. OrthoEase is a great blend of oils, including the wintergreen, the peppermint, and some others that is good for sore and achy joints and muscles. So this one may or may not be used by athletes. It's very commonly used with the raindrop technique. So if you're familiar with what that is, or the raindrop kit from Young Living, OrthoEase is the one that comes in that. If you're not familiar with that, go and take a look at that. Again, it's called the raindrop technique. It is a form of oils application as well as massage that uses this as well as some of the oils that Young Living offers. So I encourage you to check that out. And then the last one is Sensation. Now, my wife got Sensation for us. I think we heard about it at a class, and she was kind of intrigued by it, so she got it. And we've enjoyed it. So what Sensation does is it's really a fun oil. It's a massage oil that inspires and encourages the feelings of romance and youthfulness. And I will tell you, we keep ours in our bedroom, and I will leave it at that. So definitely inspires that feeling of romance and youthfulness. So if you haven't tried that one, strongly recommend it. There's also a Sensation oil, just standard essential oil, but the massage oil is really good as well. All right, so let's move on from the oils and talk about some of the other products. Let's talk about skincare. So the favorite skincare product was the Satin Facial Scrub. The Satin Facial Scrub is a water-based exfoliant that minimizes the appearance of pores and invigorates dull skin. So it's really a nice product to give your face a little bit of TLC. Again, I've not had the opportunity to use this one or actually any of the skincare products. I'm a guy, I'll be honest. I get in, I do my deal in the shower, and I'm done, and I shave. That's about it. So my wife has a little bit more experience with some of these, but this was the most popular among Young Living members. Then the runners up, you have the Orange Blossom Facial Wash, which cleanses the skin without stripping natural oils, and it also softens and soothes the skin. So one of the challenges that we face when we wash a lot of times is stripping away oils that should be there. And that can damage our skin, which again is a very important organ to our body. So Orange Blossom is Young Living's answer to that. The next one was the Art Skincare System. I actually just got this for my wife for her birthday actually last month, and she's not actually used it much yet, but there's a reason for that. So the Art Skincare System comes with three things. It comes with a cleanser, a toner, and a moisturizer, and it is for your face. And so this again can help not just inspire the look of beauty, but actually give your face again a little bit of TLC and really help you stay looking very radiant. And then the last one is the Sheerlume Brightening Cream, which brightens and balances the skin. All right, so let's move on from that and talk about supplements. I've got a little bit more experience with the supplements here. All right, so the first supplement, the most popular one was multigreens, and of course it had to be multigreens because I have not tried multigreens yet. So what multigreens does is this is the chlorophyll formula, and so chlorophyll is actually very, very important to our health. And if you aren't getting chlorophyll into your body, you need to. And that's why when you hear people talk about eating your greens, this is why, because chlorophyll is needed. So the multigreens supplement, it boosts vitality by working with the glandular, nervous, and circulatory systems, and it supports all of them. Okay, so that's a lot, right? So your glands, your nervous system, and your circulatory system. That's pretty much your whole body. So it's a very important supplement to have. Now, if you are getting plenty of chlorophyll other places, that's great. There's other things in this that I would still look at. This is actually infused with Melissa oil. So would definitely encourage you to look at that. And then your runners up, you have Inner Defense, which supports healthy respiratory function and immune system. So if you're looking to just try and be overall more healthy, this is a great supplement to take on a regular basis. And part of what it does is it creates an unfriendly terrain for yeast and for fungus. So it helps keep down some of these kind of, I don't want to say infections, but some of these problems that we can have in our bodies when we're not properly balanced. Then you have longevity. So I've just started taking longevity myself. This contains a proprietary blend of fat-soluble antioxidants, so it works with your fat in your body, actually. And what this does is it strengthens the body's system to prevent the damaging effects of aging, diet, and the environment, and it supports brain function. It supports the cardiovascular system and cardiovascular health. Here's the fun one. It supports cellular regeneration. That's really important. Our bodies, the cells in our bodies have to regenerate. And this oil, blend of oils in this capsule really helps support that. And then also supports liver and immune function, which again is very, very important. So longevity is one of those oils. When you look at the Wellness Essential Rewards kit, it comes with it comes with Ningxia Red, 2 bottles of Ningxia Red. It comes with longevity capsules. It comes with Life 5, and then it comes with Sleek. Is that right? Yeah, I think that's right. And then it comes with Sleek. And so it's all together, it's very, very important to take these. Very good for your system. And the last one is that Life 5. And so Life 5 is the probiotic that Young Living offers. So this helps build and restore core intestinal health by providing 5 clinically proven probiotic strains, including 2 advanced super strains to enhance intestinal health. So it helps sustain energy and improve immunity. It contains 10 billion active cultures and provides colonization up to 10 times. So if you understand what that means, you are far beyond me. That's what Young Living's website says about Life 5. Here's what I can tell you. It helps your gut. So if you've got gut problems, the probiotic is really good for you. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Our bodies do need the certain types of bacteria, and taking a probiotic on a regular basis gives our body some of what they need, or what it needs, so that it can function properly. Okay, Life 5 is the answer for that. All right, let's talk about cleaning products. All right, so cleaning products. The favorite cleaning product, and I can understand why, is the Thieves Household Cleaner. So this is an all-purpose cleaner. Can be used just as an all-purpose cleaner, can be used as a degreaser, can be used as a glass and mirror cleaner, and a whole lot more. So in our home, this is what we clean our counters with, our sinks with, our toilet with, our bathtub and showers with. We add it to our laundry detergent, which my wife actually makes on her own. We add it to, what else do we use it for? We use it for cleaning glass and mirrors. We've used it to scrub our siding and clean it. We have used it for degreasing our oven. And let me tell you, let's pause at that for a minute. So we all know how horrible the oven cleaners are, right? And you have to spray them, and you've got to vent out your house when you do, and then you've got to bake it off and all that kind of stuff. So my wife cleaned our oven, and she used the Thieves cleaner, and it's a little bit stronger blend when you use it as a degreaser. So you're supposed to mix it with water because the cleaner is highly concentrated. So it's just a little bit less diluted when you are using it for an oven cleaner. So she did that, and she got done with it, put everything back the way it should be. And then I was the lucky guy who said, well, hey, let's use the oven tonight. And we didn't bake it off and didn't even think about it because, right, it wasn't one of the cans of the spray stuff that you're supposed to bake off. So we turned the oven on to preheat, and 4 or 5 minutes later, as the oven's starting to get warm, I start smelling something. I'm going, that smells kind of interesting. And I started looking to make sure that there wasn't anything on the stove that I had forgotten about, or anything in the oven. And when I looked in the oven, and this whiff of Thieves came out at me, it was amazing, the smell, by the way. But it was like, oh yeah, I forgot to bake that off. See, the beauty of using Thieves is you don't have to. And when you do use your oven next, it makes your house smell amazing. So definitely you can use it for that. There are so many more uses that you can use Thieves Cleaner for. What I've given you is just a few. So the best thing I can recommend is there's all sorts of information out online of how people have used Thieves. Check Pinterest, do a Google search, but just take a look. And there will be recipes there of how to use it, how people have used it, what the dilution ratio is. And boy, it can replace just about every cleaner in your house. And if the Thieves Household Cleaner can't, well, these other Thieves cleaners or Thieves products can. So you have the laundry soap, you have the dish soap, and you have the fruit and veggie soak. So the fruit and veggie soak is really kind of fun. You basically soak your fruits and veggies in this to help clean them, get all of the junk off of them that may have been sprayed on it, that may have gotten on it as it was being transported to the store that you bought it from, you name it, right? So Thieves fruit and veggie soak is really important. But the dish soap and the laundry soap are also really, really good. Not on this screen that I wanted to mention as well is a brand new product that I'm really excited about. We're actually waiting for ours to come in the mail right now. It was just released at convention 2 weeks ago, and that is the Thieves automatic dishwasher detergent. It is a powder detergent, and we're really excited about this because we are constantly looking for a better dishwashing detergent. And now there's one that is all natural. We trust the company it comes from. We trust the ingredients that are in it. And we are so excited to get it. So if you're like me and that dishwasher detergent, is one of the things that you're kind of still holding out on looking for, the answer has arrived. So definitely get on the Young Living website and take a look at that. But, I can tell you, we have used all of these products in our home. We have loved them. They have been more effective for every use we have used them for than any other product we have used. So we wholeheartedly stand behind the Thieves products and can recommend them to anybody that we talk to. So that was the cleaning products. So wanted to spend just a few minutes talking about some of the things that Young Living does to recognize and reward members. So first off, if you're listening to this and you're not a member, go back and give a high five or hug the person that told you to come to this webinar, and ask them how you can get some oils in your hands, get either some of these that are the favorites of members, or potentially just get a starter kit and get started that way with 11 amazing oils that will do so much for you and your family. But if you are a member, it goes beyond just the starter kit as we've looked at today, but beyond just the products we've talked about. Young Living really wants to give back to you as a reward for being loyal to them and for using their products. And so there's this Essential Rewards program. And so what Essential Rewards does is it is an auto ship program, but you can cancel at any time. And what this does is it gives you a percentage back of the order that you place on that auto ship. So for the first 6 months, you get 10% back. For the second 6 months, so 7 through 12, you get 15% back. And then anything over 12 months, you get 20% back. Now, there was an announcement at the convention that this is changing, and I've seen how it's going to change. It is amazing, the changes that are going to come out. It has not been released yet when those changes are going into effect, so stay tuned. I'll be doing a webinar or a video or something to explain the changes once it's been announced when they're going to go into effect. But right now, this is what it does. So beyond getting the percentage back, here's the other thing. Because you're ordering every month, then what Young Living does is says, you know what, we want to reward you for that too, so we're going to give you reduced rate shipping. And then on top of that, we're also going to give you some extra products for being on auto ship and or on Essential Rewards. When you spend a certain amount every month. And so every month there's promotions. The first level is at $190 every single month. There's usually 2 products that they'll give away for anybody, whether you're on Essential Rewards or not. But then there's a third one that is specifically for Essential Rewards members. And so, I can definitely encourage you. There's a lot of reasons to get on Essential Rewards. Now, I mentioned before, there's no obligation. You can cancel at any time, and that's absolutely true. So once you sign up for Essential Rewards, you get 1 free month a year. And what that means is you can get into your virtual office and you can click a button that says you don't want to order that month. And as long as you don't do that more than once, then you maintain how many months you've ordered consistently. They'll give that to you. But if you skip another month, then you just get reset back to the 10%. That's all that happens. So you're on Essential Rewards and something happens, and you go, you know what, gosh, I need to cancel Essential Rewards for now, and you cancel it for 3 or 4 months. Not a big deal. And when you're ready, you just get back in and you start Essential Rewards again. You start back at the 10%, but you know what? You can start at the 10% and keep building back up. So that's really, really good. I have been amazed actually over the last couple of months as I've been paying a lot of attention to this, how much free stuff we're getting in our home because of Essential Rewards. So we have been at the 20%, gosh, for quite a while, for over a year now. We've been at the 20% mark, and 20% of our order, coming back in Essential Rewards. It doesn't seem like a whole lot, but to give you an idea, a couple months ago, we placed an order for about $400. And then a month or month and a half later, we placed another order for almost $200. The end of this month, we're going to be placing an order for over $100 again. And that's a free order. That's stuff that we're getting money back from Young Living to get more product. The only thing we have to cover is the shipping. And so that's really incredible. That's how come I've been able to try Master Formula. I've been able to try Life 5, and I've been able to try, some of the products we talked about today, like Sulfurzyme and Alkaline, and we've been able to try some of the cool oils and that kind of stuff is because of the amount that we've been given back in the Essential Rewards program. So I can't encourage you enough how amazing Essential Rewards is, and the minimum order on Essential Rewards is only $50. So that's not much. As you know, if you want to get a commission check, if you have recruited people or you've had people sign up under you, you have to spend 100. So if you're spending 100, you might as well be on Essential Rewards as it is. Anyway, I'll get off my Essential Rewards box now. So wanted to let you know also about this promo that's going on right now. So if you have never signed up for Essential Rewards and you would like to, Young Living wants to give you a thank you gift. So regardless of whether you meet the 190 PV, as long as you place a 100 PV order, so $100 worth of product, they're going to send you these 2 oils for free, which is a 5 ml bottle of Tangerine and a 5 ml bottle of Grapefruit Vitality. I have used both of these oils. Tangerine, again, it's a very uplifting oil. It's amazing smell, just like the oranges. And then Grapefruit, I actually use in my water along with lemon. Both of those are really good just for supporting your body in general, but also for supporting your metabolism and supporting your weight management goals. So that's how I use them. So some great oils right there. So again, if you've never ordered on Essential Rewards, that's free. This is for you. So place a 100 PV order this month, and you'll get these two oils thrown in for free. Okay, well, we have been going at it now for about 40 minutes, and I just want to pause and thank you for joining us today. I definitely would like to answer questions if you have any. So I haven't seen any roll in as we've been going in, which is absolutely fine. If you come up with questions or if you have topics that you'd like to see discussed in a webinar that I host, please let me know. You can email us. Our email is there on the screen. It's oilyourhealthyl, that stands for Young Living, @gmail.com. You can also visit our website. I'm starting to put more content up there all the time. That's oilyourhealth.com. And by all means, feel free to give me a call. My number isn't up there, but Kim and I would love to hear from you. Our phone number here, 810-207-5115. Would also like to encourage you, we do have other classes and webinars that are coming up. Would love to have you jump in on those with us. So on your screen, you should see here momentarily a button on the right-hand side for registering for upcoming classes. So just click that button and you'll see a list of some of the classes that are coming up. Would love to have you join us. The next one we're going to be doing is oils for dudes. So if there's a guy in your life that's kind of like, oh, those oils, I don't really know, have them come to this. That was kind of me when we first got started. Now I'm all in on the oils. So we'll be talking about how men can incorporate oils into their lives for the things that we do without feeling girly about doing it, and all of that kind of stuff. So definitely would encourage you to do that. That will be 2 weeks from today. So you can click that button and register for that as well. So again, thank you for joining me today. Hope you have a fantastic evening and that this information has been helpful for you. And I look forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks on our next Young Living webinar. Have a great evening.